Thank you for tuning in. You're watching Daily News Bulletin by the Vietnam News Agency. And up next are today's headlines.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng continued his state-level friendship visit to Cambodia. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng met with voters in the northern port city of Hải Phòng. Vice Chairwoman of the National Assembly Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân visited Cuba. The 11th ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Minerals opened in Hanoi.
Continuing the report on Vietnamese Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng state-level visit to Cambodia. On December 7th, the party leader laid wreaths at the Cambodian Independence Monument and the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Monument.
Also in the morning, the party leader met with Supreme Patriarch Samdech Tepvong at Unalom Pagoda and Supreme Patriarch Samdech Bukri at Botum Pagoda. At the meetings, General Secretary Chap thanked the Buddhist dignitaries for their fine sentiments to Vietnam and its people, as well as the traditional relationship between Vietnam and Cambodia. The Vietnamese leader spoke highly of the role and important contributions of Buddhism in the national construction and defense process of each country. General Secretary Chap then met with staff of the Vietnamese embassy and representatives of the Vietnamese community and businesses in Cambodia. He praised the contributions of the embassy staff and Vietnamese people and businesses in Cambodia to the development of friendly and cooperative relations between the two nations.
And following the happenings of the 13th legislature, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng joined with National Assembly deputies in the northern port city of Hải Phòng, met with local voters on December 7th to report the results of the second session of the 13th legislature.
The voters suggested the National Assembly enhance supervision over the performance of party and state policies in localities, especially those related to planning, environmental protection, human resource development, and administrative reforms. They requested the government to pay more attention to building a master plan for seaport and airport development for the home country to avoid rampant investment and wastefulness. Prime Minister Dũng asked voters in Hải Phòng City to join efforts with the entire nation to control traffic accidents, prevent environmental pollution, speed up administrative reforms, and combat corruption. Regarding infrastructure projects, the government leader urged the city to better the site clearance and planning work so as to accelerate the progress of major projects. Earlier, Prime Minister Dũng attended the third meeting at the Municipal People's Council.
And recently, a delegation of the Vietnamese National Assembly, led by Vice Chairwoman Nguyễn Thị Kim Ngân, has paid a working visit to Cuba with aims to strengthen cooperative and friendly relations between the two nations.
At the working sessions with head of the Cuban Party Central Committee, Department of International Relations, Jose Ramon Balaguer, and Vice President of the Cuban National Assembly, James Crombet, the two sides agreed to strengthen and consolidate relations between the legislative bodies. They agreed to create favorable conditions for lawmakers to exchange experience in compiling and building legal documents, contributing to the national development and building socialism in each country. While in Cuba, Vice Chairwoman Ngân also met with President of the Cuban National Assembly, Ricardo Alarcón, President of the Cuban Institute of Friendship with the Peoples, Kenya Serrano, and President of the Cuba-Vietnam Friendship Association, Yolanda Ferre.
Minister of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs Phạm Thị Hải Truyền affirms that Vietnam will support the International Labour Organization's initiative to discuss employment issues for young people at its annual meeting in Geneva in 2012.
Minister Truyền made the affirmation at the meeting with General Director of the International Labour Organization, Juan Somavia, on December 6th. On the sidelines of the 15th Asia and Pacific Regional Meeting in Tokyo. Regarding cooperation between the International Labour Organization and Vietnam, Chuyên said the organization created several opportunities for Vietnam to participate in its activities, from developing policy to implementing policies related to social welfare, such as employment and poverty reduction. During the framework of the meeting, Chuyên also had separate meetings with ministers of countries in the region, including Japan and Thailand. On the same day, delegates attended a meeting on rights in the workplace and social dialogue, and a special meeting on partnerships to create good jobs. They also joined discussion of issues in the ILO General Director's report on building a sustainable future with good jobs in Asia-Pacific.
And now let's take a look at the images from the official opening of the 11th ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Minerals that happened on December 7th.
Jointly organized by the Vietnamese Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment and relevant agencies, the meeting attracted almost 200 delegates from ASEAN member countries. First held in Thailand in December 1995, the ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Minerals is organized annually in ASEAN countries. It serves as a forum for the regional nations to discuss measures to step up cooperation in minerals. This year, the ASEAN Senior Officials Meeting on Minerals focuses on a wide range of issues, including how to ensure development and sustainable use of mineral resources, promote cooperation in building policies and standards for mining activities, and strengthen regulations in the field of geology and minerals. At these meetings, delegates will put forth initiatives regarding mineral exploration, exploitation, and production. The contents and roadmap for an action plan for the 2011 and 2015 period will also be discussed.
The Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam Trade and Tourism Fair 2011 opened in the Lao province of Atapio on November 6. This fair forms a part of the 7th meeting of the Joint Coordination Committee on Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam Development Triangle.
The fair is designed to carry out effectively cooperation agreements within the development triangle, especially in the fields of trade and investment. It also provides a chance for businesses from the three countries to showcase their products, share experience, and seek partners. The fair is expected to contribute to building a development triangle of solidarity, friendship, and prosperity. On display at this year's fair is a wealth of products ranging from carved silver products, brocades, rattan and bamboo items to farm produce.
An update on the export performance. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has reported that Vietnam exported 1.1 million tons of coffee in the first 11 months of this year, earning $2.3 billion.
The ministry said that the country shipped abroad 37 tons of coffee in November alone, with a total revenue of $70 billion. Despite a drop in volume, earnings from coffee exports to major markets all enjoy remarkable growth thanks to higher prices. According to the ministry, Vietnam's coffee exports are likely to exceed 1.19 million tons this year. Vietnam is now the second largest coffee exporter in the world, with around 16 million bags, just behind Brazil.
That should be all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.